Hi, my name's Lauren. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Inspiring Growth with Lauren. So, first of all, I just wanted to say welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I know that there is an absolute reason why you're here. I believe that you'll hear me say many times in my podcast, I believe that we are taken to exactly where we need to go. We're led, those intuitive pulls tell us exactly what's next for us. So I believe that if you're watching this video, there's a reason and there's something that you can get from this channel. So I started this channel about 18 months ago after leaving a healing community which I was a coach in, and it wasn't because they were doing anything wrong, or it wasn't that I didn't like what was going on. It's just that being part of that community didn't allow me to fully step into myself. I found that I was still people pleasing, being over responsible. I was just wanting to make my bosses, who were huge impacts in my own healing journey because they were my coaches before they then asked me to come and work for them. So I just found myself getting pulled into all of these bad, difficult, challenging coping strategies that no longer served me. And as someone who has a mad, rebellious side, the only way that I know how to get out of it is just to go cold turkey. But also, when I was a part of it, I could see something that community was missing, and that was what I brought to it, and that was compassion, empathy, and understanding. Now, not to say, anyway, let's not talk about them. Let's talk about this community here and this podcast. So I could see that there was a world out there of people who led lives through compassion and understanding, and I thought to myself, that's what I want to do. I need to find my people. I need to find those people. So I started this YouTube channel, and I went out on my own and did some further education around compassion and understanding, and as well as somatic integration, which is all about not having an end result and helping our bodies feel safe in feeling what wasn't safe before. So when we experience high stress or traumatic events, our body, and we don't have the right tools to deal with it, our body pushes away those feelings, those memories, because we don't know how to cope with it. And then what happens is they get stored somewhere in our body as these little energetic bubbles, and then they get triggered, and then we get upset in situations, which, I mean, it's warranted if you knew the history. But there is a world where it wouldn't trigger you if you hadn't have gone through that experience. So learning how to sit with those feelings I knew, because that's what had helped me, learning how to do that. And so that was my goal for starting Inspiring Growth Coaching, to help and guide people to be able to learn to sit with their feelings. It was also guiding people to better understand themselves, because I had been working as a shadow work and inner child coach for 16 months before I went out on my own. So I understood and had the embodied, because that's what I did on my healing journey. I did three months full-time, 7 days a week. Like, what they were doing back then was insane. And then I went out and did further education on that, and then I had this understanding of how to uncover where it all comes from, and see the downfall in it. However, if you don't like integrate that with compassionate understanding, it can come across and be perceived as like judgment, right? And this is kind of where people get to the part in their path where they're able to understand everything that's going on with them, but they can't make the shift. And so what I'm also kind of addressing there is like the masculine understanding and knowledge, and then the feminine embodiment and integration. And that was what was missing from where I worked before. And I was like, right, I can bring the feminine embodiment and integration into my own coaching, and that's what I've done. And so after doing a year of one-on-one coaching, I could just see that there's such a greater impact when we do group work, and especially around the feminine and connection and, you know, that sisterhood. I myself had this huge wound around other women, and so going through all of that on my own, and then learning, you know, coming out the other end, I wanted to create an environment where we could heal that wound of sisterhood disconnection, as well as allow ourselves to be seen and just create this incredible collective called the Soul Collective. So we're halfway through that. It's an 8-month program, and I think we're 5 months, so we've got 3 months left. And the women are part of it, to look back at where they first started, and just the level of awareness that's increased. And because when we're in our masculine, trying to analyze, figure out, trying to understand all of this knowledge consumption, right? That's a protection. The masculine is our protection. So what's missing is that feminine embodiment and that not needing to protect. So, you know, it's not a goal-focused healing community, but the intention is to guide them to feel a little bit better, to be able to integrate those emotions better. That's really difficult to explain, but so the second half of the community is going to be all about integration. So stay tight, sit tight, whatever that saying is. I always get sayings mixed up and words. But it's okay, because I want to show up as me here, and so that, you know, you can get to know me. So please follow, give me a subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my own sharing of my stories. I know that there is something in what I'm going to share for you. And yeah, please leave a comment if for whatever has resonated with you. Especially in this community on YouTube, it is incredibly powerful to see other people's reflections when you're watching the video. It can really help to not feel alone, as well as to show others that they aren't alone in how they feel. So yeah, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram with anything that comes up that you don't want to share in the comments section, but I will see you soon.